Yeah, what's going on, Cowboys Nation? The boys get the dub.
Yeah.
Yes,
Whoop
sir.
that trick.
Whoop
Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. I told y'all.
Exactly.
I told y'all.
That's exactly.
Run, hit, and talk.
I got you.
Come on.
I got you.
Where's that?
One more
Give it
time.
to me again.
One more time.
Give it to me one more time. Give it to me one more time. Give it to me one more time.
That's what you do, man. Welcome to the post-game show.
Yes, sir.
Brought to you by Freeman Mazda. Check it if you're looking or searching for a new, used, or Mazda certified pre-owned vehicle in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Why not shop at Freeman Mazda? At home of Irving, Texas. They have been a family-owned business for over 60 years with new inventory arriving daily, especially the new 2021 Mazda CX-5. I have the Mazda 6, and I love it. Always got to put that in there. I'm sorry. So stop at Freeman Mazda in Irving, Texas today, or go to freemanmazda.net. Yes, sir, King Ken. 40 burgers. Drop those burgers in this chat.
Burgers.
Okay? Drop those burgers in this chat, and I'm going to need y'all.
Whoop that trick.
And listen, that's how you close out the game.
That's how
AB.
you do it.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. I love it.
You gotta love
it. I love it.
Cowboys
I
get
love
the
it. I love
victory.
it.
And come on in. Cowboys get the victory 44-20, Jesse.
Yes.
They did exactly. You know what? I'm a little salty, though.
B.
My prediction was 37-20. The AB got that pick.
Okay. Now we'll take the listen.
But I'll take
you
the
were,
pick
you
six.
were on par. The pick six was just like
Extra
it was
on top.
extra. It was
Extra
extra.
on
Yeah.
top.
It was a little cherry on top.
I take it. But look, let's kind of recap the game starting at the beginning because it was a little rocky at first.
Yes.
But speaking of rocky and boxing, we talked about it earlier, right?
Yes.
Wilder Fury fight. I said it kind of is going to have that feel to it. They'll come out. It's going to be tough. But at some point, Dallas will land that knockout punch and it'll be over. But talk about the beginning of this game, how rocky it was.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it one bit because we came, at least I did. I came into this game and I said, the Cowboys are a far more superior team than the Giants.
Yes.
The Giants were booty juice to me. We talked about how hard it was to even watch film. This isn't a good football team. And so when you come out and you make these mental mistakes, you throw the interception, you're fumbling the football, all these different things that you're doing, I don't look at it as the Giants.
Right.
I say, what happens if this is the Chiefs? What happens if this is the Vegas Raiders? What happens if this is the Cardinals?
Yeah.
Or what happens when we get into the playoffs and it's the Rams or Seattle or it's the Niners or it's one of these teams where they'll make you pay, and you won't have a Saquon being out, and you won't have a Daniel Jones doing a two-step on his way out. So you got to make sure when you come into these football games that you can't have these simple sloppy mistakes.
Right.
The Dak fumble, that wasn't on Tyler Biadasz, that was on Dak. And that was just simply you taking your eyes off the football. Those small things turn into very big things when you're playing a really good football team, because they turn that into points. And that was the thing that I don't like that. I don't like that. Yes, when you play the Giants, you know that, okay, we messed up. Yeah, I threw an interception. Yes, I fumbled the ball, whatever, in the red zone, like literally about to go in the score. That cost you against good football teams. And Zeke said it 2 weeks ago. Yes, we need to learn how to choke teams out, but that doesn't necessarily mean in the fourth quarter. That means in the first quarter too. Leave no doubt. Stop giving these teams. When you give a team confidence to be in a game, guess what you got? A game now. Yeah. And you shouldn't have that. The Cowboys shouldn't have had to kind of have those struggles in the first half. It was their own mistakes. They shot themselves in the foot on multiple occasions with silly, sloppy plays. That we won the game. Yes, it was a blowout. Yes, we whooped that trick.
And we'll get to the good
and
parts
we'll get to all that other stuff. But these are the type of things early in football games that you have to eliminate. Because I'm not dismissing the rest of the season.
No.
But the schedule, if everyone stays healthy, our key guys stay healthy, the schedule is favorable for us. We're going to win this division. Okay? Yeah. We're going to win this division. So what does that mean? Is that we're probably going to have a home game. But I don't care how you cut it. The road to SoFi is going to have to go through either Green Bay, Tampa, Arizona, the Rams, Seattle might get it together, whatever, or
nonetheless, it's going to be a good team.
It's going to be a good. You're going to have to beat 2 out of those 4 or 5 we just named,
right?
And you can't do that with sloppy play early in the game. You got to be able to be clean, especially against a sorry team. That team was sorry. That team was booty juice.
If we
gave them a little bit of too much hope in the first half.
If we had a halftime show, that's exactly how I was going to come out.
Yeah.
We had some technical difficulties, so we couldn't get on at halftime, but that's how I was feeling. And even with Dak Prescott and the offense going down to score a touchdown at the end of the half, it still didn't feel good to me. It was even different than the Panthers game because I really respected the Panthers team. This was more so, and I joke about how, the Wilder-Fury fight where, Wilder stuck around a little bit and Fury just whopped him. Really, it was Dallas letting them stick around.
Right.
Dallas was punching themselves in the face.
Right.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
They pulled a Kadarius Toney. He fixed his glove and still missed.
They were throwing the match essentially
right.
At that point. It really should have been like 20 at the very least, 24-7 or 10 at the halftime point, if not worse. So I feel like we say this a lot the last 4 weeks, which is not a bad thing. You hope it gets cleaned up, but some things to take out of this victory, right? From the offense side and defense side of the ball, go into that film and say we have to be better.
Right.
We have to be better. And I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, especially think about this for a second. You won 44-20.
Right.
With a very sloppy first half and shooting yourself in the foot.
Yep.
So I can't be too upset, and I kind of like to get these kinks out of the way now.
Right.
If you look at the totality of the game, the Cowboys had over 500 yards, the second most yards against the Giants in franchise history, the most since 1966. So they're continuing to be on a roll. And once again, we kind of said, hey, what's the identity of the team? I mean, it's Dak Prescott, 22 for 32, 302 yards, 3 touchdowns. Ezekiel Elliott, 21 carries, 110 yards, 5 yards per carry, a touchdown. Tony Pollard, 14 carries, 75 yards, 5.4 yards per carry. How do you want it? How do you want it? The Cowboys can give it to you any way they want.
Yes.
And they did exactly that. So I don't even know who's the player of the game if we had to on the offensive side of the ball, man.
Let's give it to Dak, right? With everything.
Okay, I see.
Let's go, Dak. With everything,
player of the game, chat. Let us know.
With everything coming back,
offense.
Right. Tomorrow marks 365 days since the gruesome injury.
Yeah.
We talked about it in the pregame show. Was it a little deal, big deal, or no deal about him coming back mentally? How would he be? And I told you, and I still believe this, Dak is one of the most mentally tough players in all of football. And he picked up right where he left off last week. And he showed no rust. Again, he had some fumbling mistakes and some sloppy stuff happened in the first half, but he cleaned it up, he fixed it up, and he got this team going in the second half, and they marched to victory. So for me, I'm going to go with everything that was kind of storyline for this game. For offense, I'm going to go.
I like it. I can't be mad at that at all, especially after the earlier.
Yes.
It was like 3 for 8, 20 yards.
Yep.
The interception, the fumble, started off very sloppy, but then, man, he put it together the rest of the way. Where did he go? 19 for about 21. And then the last few passes were kind of unnecessary, but nonetheless, he had another efficient game. When your ground game can go for 200 yards again, you don't really need Dak Prescott to air it out all crazy. You don't. But Bradbury came into this game. What did he say? This is a dink and dunk offense. We just got to keep it in front. Oh, really?
Bust him in the head.
Bust him in the head.
Bust him in the head.
Right over the top. Hit him with a combo.
Yes.
Right over the top.
2-piece. No biscuit.
And he could have had another one if Cedric Wilson kind of got it out there to CeeDee Lamb up the sideline. You got to get those. Could have been a 50 burger.
It could have been a 50 burger.
It could have been a 50 burger.
And let me just say this shortly. We can go about this another time, another day. You can talk about it during the week. I'll talk about it on the show during the week. Injuries. What'd you call it? Wally Pip?
Wally. There's a lot of pimping going on.
It's a lot of pimping. Been pimping since been pimping. Because injuries has cost some of these folks their job. I'm just saying. Donovan Wilson, we look forward to you coming back. But J-Ron Curse probably took your job. Tank, we look forward to you coming back, but you might be losing your job. And
Tank will be all right, but I hear what you're going.
Michael Gallup.
Listen.
We appreciate all that you've done for us. in all of these years. I'm sorry, but you're expendable, buddy. When you see the way Noah Brown is playing and you see the way Cedric Wilson is playing, by the way, Cedric Wilson has way better hands down the field.
It's a conversation, and we're going to have it, folks. So make sure y'all tune in this week on both our shows.
Yes.
But we're going to have this conversation essentially about Cedric Wilson, and I love MG13.
And it's
I can't wait
cheaper.
for him to come. Right. And I can't wait for him to come back. But Ced is making some plays. Ced is making some clutch catches. I always thought the offense was never going to lose a step with him.
Right.
But, man, he looks more explosive. I don't know if it's the one. Maybe it's the one.
The one looks good.
That one looked good.
That one looks good.
That one
looks good.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk about that this week, y'all. We're going to talk about that. On the defensive side of the ball.
Right top.
Yeah.
Right top.
Oh, my God.
Right top.
But Kazee, put your hands up, son.
True.
Come on, son. You can't listen. When you gotta feel an energy when it changes. Too many folks is feeling this fighting energy and keeping your hands down by your pockets.
No, he got peripheral vision though. Did you peep?
You gotta keep your hands up, son. Once you declare that it's gonna be a kerfuffle, you gotta pick these boys up, man. Fisticuffs come about. You gotta pick your things up, man. Guard your glove because you got caught slipping. Now, Kadarius Toney, he must got a cock eye or something because he missed after he's lined you up and fixed his glove and was getting ready to take a swing. He totally missed you, which I never understand players trying to punch other players
with the helmet
on. That's never going to work in your favor. But come on, son, you got to keep these things up. Be ready for anything that's coming. Don't let the energy change and you still in chill mode.
Yeah. Hey, I know we got a little bit laggy there with the service, but let me know if we're good. Give me a thumbs up if everything is back to normal.
We're battling through some things right now.
I have no clue, man. We went through some stuff, but just like the Cowboys, we stumbled out the gates at halftime, but we finished. We're
battling through some things right now, but we're gonna give you the best what we got right now. I'm telling you.
Finish strong. Well, listen, on the other side of the ball, we're talking about 5 games now in a row. Trayvon Diggs has an interception.
Can you dig it?
No, but seriously, man, at this point, why even try?
Yeah.
Why even try going after Trayvon Diggs?
Keep trying. Please keep trying.
I'm with you.
Keep trying.
Because here's the thing I like, and I know it was against a backup, and I know it was at the end of the game. But I don't care. AB needs all the confidence in the world, and he's getting that these last 3 or 4 weeks. He's gaining confidence, and if he can continue to have that confidence opposite of Trayvon Diggs, your secondary is going to continue to play well. Here's the weird thing about the secondary. They were locking them up in the first half, strangely enough. It was real weird. They were kind of locking them up. But how the hell did Kadarius Toney almost get 200 yards out of nowhere?
I told you, he's a certified Florida boy.
That boy,
he's a certified Florida boy. And if Florida boys, going back to when I was a youngster, I saw Peter Warrick play.
They out there chasing rabbits.
And so when you get a ball to a Florida boy, a real legit, not somebody who went to school from Florida but from California, or who went to school in Florida and they from Texas. No. I'm talking about one of them born and bred, Browder, Pompano, Delray, one of them jokers, one of the Coral Gables, Pork and Bean Projects, one of them true, you know what I'm saying? Like what Pensacola, you know what I'm saying? Tallahassee, them true Florida boys, when you get in the ball in space, they get a little freaky deaky now.
Yeah, he actually showed me more in this. I know we're talking Giants, but he showed me more in this game down the field, like catching over players, awesome and things like that. Before it was kind of yak yards after the catch, and he did that too. So shout out to him. But this is about Trayvon getting 6 interceptions in 5 games.
And the Cowboys have 9 straight games dating back to last year.
Double digits.
With 2 turnovers or more in a game. So 9 straight games. When did this team become just a takeaway turnover machine? Come on, let's go.
Dan Quinn is I think instilling that mentality in him. And I understand, guys, it's a little bit laggy. Just bear with this, man. Fight through it. We won't keep you guys all night, but we're pushing through it here. We're pushing through. As for I thought this was funny. The rest of the defense, Micah Parsons continued to show you why he's Micah Parsons. He was all over the field. He was an eraser, like you said.
Yes.
Thought he closed down a lot. Leighton Vander Esch, I gotta say this. The swipe. How y'all doing? The swipe. Did y'all see that? Did y'all catch that, Cowboys Nation? He got that tackle for loss, and he's emotional about his boy is gone.
I get it.
And he hit you with a half a
I
swipe.
respect it. Respect
so
that.
I thought it was
Respect. A little ode to his.
He had a good game.
To his linebacker buddy.
Yeah, 5 tackles and a tackle for loss. Jaron Kurtz continues just to be at the top of the tackle list here. 7 tackles, no tackle for loss this game. But and Trayvon Diggs, 5 tackles, 2 pass defenses, and a pick. Should add 2. But
I know that there wasn't, but they didn't register a sack, correct?
No sack, but a ton of pressures.
Randy Gregory, when you go back and you turn on this film, the amount of pressure that he was applying from the start of the game to the finish of the game, he was applying so much pressure. I mean, he was whooping up on Nate Soldier all day long. And that's only going to just do wonders for this defense because quarterbacks can't get comfortable. They start seeing ghosts. They start hearing the footsteps. They don't load up in the pocket. They can't go down the field. And when you have things like that happen, balls come out early, balls come out behind, balls come out late, to downfield throws, and you get the interceptions and the picks and so on and so forth. So keep doing what you're doing, Randy Gregory, my guy, because you've been a pressure machine, and the sacks will come. They're going to come.
I can't wait to see when the numbers come out, so many pressures he had, because I love what Brandon Staley said. He was like, sacks are fine, but they're spike stats, right? Like and we literally have seen that. 5 sacks last week, none this week. But what was consistent this week? The pressure, right? The hurries, the quick throws and things, get the ball out of their hands quicker, like you said. Daniel Jones, when he was in the game, was not good, folks. He was 5 for 13, 98 yards, and had a 65 quarterback rating. So, that was from most of the pressure. He didn't get sacked. It was just a lot of the pressure. Real quick, I know we had some donations. I apologize for missing it, but I did catch this one.
Super chat.
He said, charge those Giants fans behind us.
Losers always want to be around winners. So,
yeah, that's two home games in a row now. Or no. The first home game, we had a lot of Philly fans coming around us. They was loving it. Now you got the Giants fans coming around. Hey, it is what it is. A lot of fans in the chat are talking about Brown improving because all those attempts he got on him. Diggs is giving him pointers. I don't really care how he's improving, right? Just improve.
I don't care how you do it.
All I'm looking for, I'm not even looking for Brown to get interceptions or pick sixes. If that happens, that's cherry on top. I'm just looking for you not to get beat.
Get beat deep, my guy.
And even the one that he did get beat deep, once the replay showed, Tony clearly pushed my man off. Brown was there, had the arm bar, was going to knock it away. Bro said, yo, get off me. And they didn't call it, which, whatever at this point. I don't expect them to call these OPIs anymore. I'm just keeping it being. I don't expect it. Fresh said, I like seeing Hooker as strong. Hooker played down in the box a lot, and he actually had a lot of tackles as well. I believe he was 3rd on the team in tackles. Let's take a look at that real quick. 3rd on the team in tackles with 6 total and 3 solos. So,
but that goes back to our point we made in the pregame show with the release of Jalen Smith. When you have so much versatility, when you can bring a Malik Hooker down and now have him play in the box, and Keanu Neal, and all these other different lineups, you give yourself the ability to just have nothing but athletes out there.
Yeah.
And trust and believe you me, man, it's nothing like having a bunch of athletes out there that can run, hit, and talk major-ish.
Run, hit, talk.
I love that.
And
man.
when you do that,
I love that.
And again, when you do that, you help your defense out so much because now Hooker comes down and makes tackles. Like you said, 3rd on the team. We know Neal's going to make tackles. We know J-Ron's going to come down. And eventually when Donovan Wilson comes back, he's probably the thumper of them all.
Yeah.
He's going to want to come and get some of them hits too. So being able to have that rotation of guys who can play on the back end, come down and play middle. Because let's be honest. When you look at how the NFL is being played right now, right? We don't have a Derrick Henry in our division, right? No. There aren't many Derrick Henry. There aren't many Zeke Elliott's. They're more Tony Pollard-like than they are
Sanders and Gibson. Yeah.
Gibson, like they're more smaller guys, shiftier guys, and you look across the league, a lot of them are like that. So the days of having a fullback that you got to deal with and having a blocking tight end that you got to deal with,
or running, like no one is really running. There's really, like maybe 4 or 5 teams that really can run the rock.
So you don't need to have these big not fat dudes, but you don't have to have these big running stopping dudes on the field all the time.
Yeah. the days of the 6'2", 6'3", 350-pound nose tackle,
Right.
or the Cam Chancellors that are mostly predominantly run guys, pretty much over, right? And that's why you can say, okay, I'm cool with Jalen going because
Aren't you guys so glad we didn't give up 2 first-round picks for your boy?
Listen, I love me some Jamal Adams.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. I am. Now, let me say this though, real quick. He would have been utilized way differently.
He's
in this
sorry.
scheme.
He's terrible.
Sorry.
He's terrible. He's terrible.
He's playing bad this year.
He's terrible. I'm glad we didn't give him 2 first-round picks.
No, I definitely didn't want to do that. Like when
think about it.
conversation came out, that was horrible.
If you would have gave up Jamal Adams, there's no Micah. There's
I don't think
no CD.
Yeah, I don't think there's CD.
Like Micah
That
and
was
CD.
too much because it was 2 first-round picks.
I wasn't giving him nothing.
Plus, you had to pay him.
Yeah, no.
And they give up a starting safety. Like,
Nah, he's boo-boo.
Seahawks got
He's boo-boo.
obliterated.
He's boo-boo. I'll take what we got
Yeah, absolutely.
any day.
Shout out to Painted Canvas. He says credit for the donation. I'm sorry, let me get you here.
Super chat.
He says credit McCarthy for better overall health and better culture. Yeah, let's clap it up for
My
McCarthy.
boy, some respect, man.
Let's clap it up for
Put
McCarthy.
some respect on my boy, Freaky Mike
Y'all put
name,
some
yo.
respect on him, yeah.
Y'all be trying to call my man out. Y'all be calling him thick. Y'all be saying he be breathing
Say he
hard.
got
in
no
the,
neck.
yeah, be saying he breathing hard in the press conference and
press
all that. Yeah, like nah, you know what I'm saying? Like he just got sinus problems. He's got sinus problems. That's all. He's a little nasally.
He said, where your neck go, coach?
Yeah, he good. He be protecting his neck. My guys.
Take some
Take
LVs. Take some LVs.
Yeah, too easy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I told you blowout, my guys, man. Let's go.
We definitely got to give Mike McCarthy. And that's the thing. When he came in last year, he said, we're trying to build a championship program. And I had we had talked about it last week where we said, yeah, the game management stuff is something you could talk about, but let's not ignore everything else surrounding what Mike McCarthy has been able to do. The guy on the other side of that field for the Giants calling the plays could never overcome losing boom, 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 boom. I mean, I don't even want to list all the names. All those guys and come out and do it. I don't believe it.
We couldn't have overcome losing Sean Lee. You lose Sean Lee, and we're like, oh my God, the world is over. And we're going to lose 4 or 5 straight games.
Yeah.
These teams have lost premium players, whether it's to injury, to COVID, or suspension, and they've done nothing but get better and better and better and better and win and win and win and win and win. So,
yeah,
that's my boy. That's my boy, Freaky Mike.
Hat tip to him. I'm looking down through the other stats. You had briefly mentioned Keanu Neal. Strong performance in his first game back, 5 tackles, 3 solo. I can't wait to go back and see how he did. And I really want to see how they decided to rotate the backers without Smith. But I'll tell you one person we saw that was making himself felt, Jabril Cox.
Yeah, that cock got wet, baby.
Cox
got wet, baby. Yes, sir.
Please
yes, sir.
Hey, listen, if Hang with the Boys gets fired, just go watch the show. You'll see why. That's all I'm going to say. Hey, my man B Bird said, B Bird's funny as hell.
Super chat.
So you know one of our sponsors for the game, and this is a free sponsorship for y'all for the week is Texas Family Fitness.
Yes,
he said Mike McCarthy need to sign up at Texas Family Fitness.
Now leave my man Husky. Leave him Husky. It's a lot of knowledge in the husk.
Husky with the beard. That's
yeah.
If he cut that beard, he kind of got soft. Yeah, now he got the beard, and he was like, "Come on, y'all, I ain't feeling y'all."
Jabril Cox.
Yes,
I don't know if Jalen makes that play that Jabril Cox made. Jalen might have been in the pile like we got him, and Danny Jones would have been running around the corner.
Don't hold your tongue. Don't mince words. Jalen Smith would not have made that play. He wouldn't. He would not have made that play, man. I mean, Jabril Cox is really, I think, going to help take this defense to another level. Now, am I saying he's going to be an MVP? Am I saying he's going to put it over the top? No, he just adds another layer that you can utilize. And I don't know how many snaps he played. I did see him in there a few times, but I cannot wait to see exactly how they used him. But they're loving your Jabril Cox. Oh, wow, man. Y'all are wild. It's going to be crazy because I'm not saying his last name, so I'm just not doing it the whole year. It's Jabril Cox, okay?
Cox, baby.
Jabril Cox played hard.
Yes.
He played strong.
Yes.
He came down.
Yes.
And he put the thumping.
Yes, I like it. Yes. He had the blue chew going, baby. He had the blue chew going. Hey. Hammer that thing, Cox, baby. Let's go.
Oh, wow, man. It's the post-game show presented by Freeman Mazda, man. Hopefully the Freeman don't cancel us here, man.
It's all right.
Listen, if I had to
Freeman,
think.
We love you.
We love you, man.
He got that Mazda 6.
I do got the Mazda 6, and it drives lovely, man. It drives lovely, and I don't think it costs all much crazy. But Listen, if I had
That
to
would have
think,
given me a Mazda to ride around. I will.
hey, go holla out.
I might have to.
I think his name is Kevin down there. He cool.
Kev, what up?
Good peoples, man.
What up?
Diehard Cowboys fan too.
Oh,
If we had to
Irvin.
think of a Freeman Mazda drive of the game, I'm trying to sit here and think. Almost this thing, Jabril Cox thing. I'm trying to think long and hard. We going off the rails. If I had to think long and hard, right? The Freeman Mazda drive of the game, I would say it was the Dak Prescott to CD Lamb 40-something yard play. I would say it's that because that opened up the game, in my opinion. That kind of stamped it. Okay, we're here. We're out of that little slump because I think that put Dallas up by about 9 or something like that. So I would say that would be the Freeman Mazda drive of the game. If you had to think of not necessarily a drive of the game, but maybe a play that kind of helped turn the game, a turning point. I think that'd be a play, a situation. Like Daniel Jones going out, maybe a Saquon Barkley going out, the interception to Trayvon Diggs. Or what would be maybe a standout play that you thought helped change the game a little bit?
Yeah, that interception.
Diggs?
Yeah, that Diggs interception was pretty. It was pretty remarkable, and a lot of talk all last week by one of the guys, Brian Broaddus, who was at Green Bay, was years and years with the Cowboys, a pro scout, and one of the things that the question was, we see Trayvon Diggs being able to go those interceptions, but it was a question about his speed. Can he run with the best of them? And I think you saw that today.
Yeah.
Like, I think you saw him bait the quarterback, kind of like, I'm going to let him run a little bit. And then the ball was thrown up in the air, and he turned on the jets and went and got it. And what I love about him, he does it. The receiver comes out of him. Because when he goes up for the ball, he's not going up for the ball like, I hope I catch this. He's not going up for the ball like, let's just knock it. He's not trying to knock it down. No. He's literally trying to intercept everything. And he went up, high hands, highest point, snatched it out of the air, and it was a clean, beautiful pick. You know what it was? Another takeaway. It was a takeaway. Like, that's not trust and believe. He might have made that look easy. Right. 90% of this league, the DBs are not making that catch. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you want to say, it's underthrown, whatever, man. He went up, and all 6'2" of him got up and caught that rock. And he could have had another one earlier in the game. They kept trying him, by the way. He went up again on the sideline. But he kept telling me, he said, I'm close. I'm close. You keep coming.
Keep trying me.
Yeah.
Keep trying me. And then he had one where he kind of broke on the ball, and he got in there, and I think it might have been first or second possession of the game, and they kind of ripped it out. So this dude just has immense, elite ball skills. Like, I really don't. I'm trying to think. Maybe Jalen Ramsey. Xavier Howard. Those guys have ball skills of that manner. But right now, again, we're 5 weeks in. I think Trayvon Diggs is your front runner for Defensive Player of the Year. Oof. Seriously, you're 4-1. You lead the league by far in interceptions. You have more interceptions than most teams have. He's in the conversation. I don't know the stats, but I'm just saying he's doing something. There's still a guy in LA. I don't know what his numbers are. There's still like, I think he might be around like 4 or 5 sacks already. Yeah, for the defensive tackle position. Like, he probably a couple fumbles But Diggs is making history. No, I get it. He's making Cowboy history. He's not really making league history. I don't know I'll have to go look at it, but I think he might be the first person in league history to have 6 picks in the first 5 weeks. He is definitely. If there's a conversation, like, he's in that. There's no doubt about it. If you're talking about Defensive Player of the Year, yes, he's in that. If you have to list 3 names right now, he's one of the 3 names. Yes, without a shadow of a doubt. Think about it for a second. You could potentially have this. I don't think this is a hyperbole. You could potentially have a defense MVP candidate in Diggs, a defensive rookie of the year candidate in Micah Parsons, an MVP candidate in Dak Prescott right now, who has 13 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, or 4. Comeback player of the year. Comeback player of the year, Dak Prescott. No, I won't go that far. I was going to say offensive player of the year possibly in Zeke, but Zeke another 100-yard game, another touchdown. Matter of fact, I think Zeke has 2. Did Zeke have 2 touchdowns today? Yes, he did. Zeke had 2 touchdowns. Quietly, Zeke is is having a wonderful year. Probably his best year since his rookie season. He heard you 3 weeks ago when you kept putting Tony Pollard's name first, and I kept telling you, stop disrespecting Zeke. I kept telling you like that. You kept saying, this is a double back, pair back thing, and Tony Pollard. Hold on, I said, don't put Tony Pollard's name first now. But it is though. Don't put Tony Pollard's name first now. Guess who lead the league in yards per carry? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, you only got to have 10 per. You only have 10 carries to be in that conversation.
Stop.
So it's not like.
Let's go Cowboys.
Let's go Cowboys.
I'm just saying.
I'm not crapping on TP. I'm just saying put some respect on Zeke's name at all times.
I would never disrespect.
Okay.
I would never disrespect. But put some respect on TP. That's all I'm saying.
He get little respect.
That's all I'm saying.
Zeke get big respect.
He get big brother respect.
All right.
Yeah, I give it to him. Put it this way: this run game is unstoppable. I'm looking at it.
This offense is unstoppable. It literally is unstoppable. Yeah.
I mean, that should be the. You know what? You know how baseball when they come out and stuff like that, they got to walk out. That should be the Cowboys' offensive theme song.
Yes.
Every time they come out, just. And now piss off the defense. Robbie,
the defense can be whooped that trick.
Oh, that too. No.
Whoop that trick.
This is the defense.
Run, hit, talk.
Whoop that trick. Hey.
Run, hit, talk.
There you go.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. We gotta put a beat to that.
We might have to remix that.
We gotta put a beat to that.
I'm gonna remix that.
Yeah.
Just stay tuned this week, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Central. Shameless plug. Come through ADC Sports Live. I might have that put together. I'm just saying. I might have a little something.
We gotta have it by next Sunday.
I'll definitely have it by next Sunday. I'll definitely next Sunday. Sorry, Nick, but next Sunday is a Patriots beatdown coming because them boys struggled this week. In fact, do we want to go around? I know we didn't bring the scores up. Let me
you know we're having technical difficulties.
We have some technical difficulties
with our scores.
If we can, we'll go around the league very quickly with the score. I know he was keeping us posted. How about that Cleveland Browns Chargers game, 42-47?
Chargers are legit, man. Like the
47.
The Chargers are.
I mean, what happened? I really wasn't watching. I just want to see what our guy did. Okay, Justin Herbert, is he starting to put his name in that MVP candidate? 4 tutties, 400 yards, 122 rating. Mike Williams had 8 catches, 165, 2 touchdowns. Man.
All right, let's go around the league right quick. Go around the league.
Around the league.
Game starting at 9 o'clock this morning. The Falcons beat the Jets 27-20. Green Bay eked out a win in overtime against the Bengals 25-23. Vikings beat the Lions 17-19. The Pittsburgh Steelers get back to their winning ways, beating the Broncos 27-19. Tampa Bay went down to was it in Miami? I don't know where it was at. But if it was in Florida. Doesn't matter. They beat the brakes off the Dolphins 45-17. Saints got back to their winning ways 33-22 over the Washingtons. Eagles beat the Panthers 21-18. The Titans opened up a can of whoop on the Jaguars. Finger pop that 37-19. The Patriots eked out a win over the Texans 25-22. Bears took care of business over the I was about to call them the racist Raiders, but we're not gonna do that because they're not all there. This is the head coach. 2019 Bears win. Chargers win over the Browns 47-42. Cowboys whoop that trick, beat the Giants 44-20, and the Cardinals. Boy, we got they didn't do much, but we got our hands full with the Cardinals. They beat the 49ers 17-10 and
division game.
Division game. And tonight, and from the Thursday night game, the Rams beat the Seahawks 26-17. And tonight we're waiting on that big time game, AFC game, the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's around the league, guys. That's around the league. Yeah, I tell you what, that Cardinals game, we talked about for me, I say this a lot. There's going to be points in your schedule where these games are not necessarily turning point games, but statement games. Kansas City, and then at the end of the year against the Cardinals, because I believe it's close to, where maybe we might sit somebody. I would love to see them at full strength against the Cardinals, to be honest with you. Those two games.
But can you now? I'm not as smart as other people, right. But when you talk about the Cardinals, they're still in the NFC.
Correct.
So I'm not
afford it.
Can you afford to sit guys against the Cardinals and they beat you? And then if you have to play them again in the playoffs,
you may not.
You know what I'm saying? That might be the difference between having home field and not having home field. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's probably far down the line.
That's way down the line.
That's way too smart for me. I went to UNC and I went to a public high school. So
he didn't cheat though.
I didn't.
I'm just saying.
No, I know. That wasn't me. As my coach used to always say, football first, school second.
Should be you're an athlete student.
Football first,
athlete student.
School second.
We got a question from a Cowboy fan. Let's get some questions in here.
Step in here, that way you can be in the shot.
Sure.
Hey, how's it going, guys? So my question would be, how far is this team going and what is it predicated off of? Is it going to be the defense and Diggs, or is it going to be how far Dak can take this team? And then your thoughts, how far is this team going? Realistically, because, you know, a lot of times everybody's Super Bowl bust.
Yeah.
But realistically, what is like a good pole mark for this season to be a success?
Shout out to the good bros. It is Super Bowl or bust. Not one team lines up in training camp and say, you know, if we just get to the playoffs, that's enough. You don't play for playoffs. You play to get into the playoffs, but it's Super Bowl or bust. And that's not just for the Cowboys. That's for 31 other teams in the National Football League. And for this football team who hasn't had playoff success in 25 years, for them, it's not only getting there, because we've gotten there before with this team, but it's now saying, okay, what can we do to take the next step? Can we get past the first round or playing that first playoff game? Can we find ourselves in an NFC championship game? Can we find ourselves in the Super Bowl? To me, and I always feel like you have to earn your way to championships. And I think for the Cowboys that they have to start really finding themselves in that conversation. One of the reasons you look around the league and you say, well, Kansas City started off real slow and people still giving them hope. Why? Because they've shown it in the past that they can actually get there and actually do something. So for the Cowboys, it's always, yeah, they're playing good now, but what will they do when it's on the line? And that's the thing that we as Cowboy fans, as Cowboy coverage, we have to get to that point where we're not just saying, okay, we got there, and now everybody's going to their offseason homes the first week of January. And it's going to be predicated on how far Dak Prescott takes you.
Number 4.
That's it.
It's going to be on
the defense will help you. Yes, all that kind of good stuff. But at the end of the day, quarterbacks are winning this football league. So it's all going to be about how much 4 has developed, which I think is
elite.
There you go with that again.
No.
There you go with that again.
He's elite.
There you go with that again. I think Dak is playing. He's playing right under elite. I didn't put him in that elite category because I need to see him go into the playoffs and do it. You don't get elite on my book by beating down the booty juice Giants. Okay.
Right.
But I think Dak, he's if this is the elite tier, I think Dak is he banging his head on that ceiling to get in that conversation. But it's going to take for him to get in the playoffs and win some games. But he's playing lights out football right now.
Yeah, this team is going to go as far as 4. That's the easy answer right there. But the expectations in Dallas is always high, right? But when you start 4-1, they're through the roof. It's Super Bowl. There's nothing else to talk about. You're 4-1. You're playing like one of the best teams in the league. Your defense is playing well. You're getting turnovers. Your offense is unstoppable. Let me ask you something. If they got to the championship game and lost with the way they're playing, you going to be happy? Hell no, you ain't going to be happy because you expect them to be in the Super Bowl. Oh, see, I didn't know that. Oh, he phoned us. He phoned us. I thought he was a Cowboy fan. I respect the question, though. I respect the question.
Thank you.
You be happy as an Eagle fan. But let me tell you, the expectations now, if the expectations were here and this is the roof, they weren't like that. So they got to get to the Super Bowl at the very least. At the very least. Got another one?
You got a question? If you got a question, see my man Nick right there.
Yeah, if you got a question, see our guy with the A to Z Sports Journal. All right. Great question, though. Great question. But yeah, man, it goes as far as that. He fooled me, though.
He did.
I definitely thought he was looking like,
he's like he was like a real concerned Cowboy fan.
He was concerned and very like, you know what, I gotta listen to this.
I told you, man. Try to infiltrate.
Yeah, they are.
They're trying to infiltrate the Carter.
They trying to get us, man.
CMB, baby.
They trying to get us.
Got.
Hey, that's all right though, man. We whooped on them 240 burger. We dropping 40. Hey, 2 for 2 against the rival squads. I don't know when they play the Washingtons, but I love to drop 40 on them.
You gotta get 50 on them boys.
If you love that 40 burger, can you drop some burgers in the chats, please? Drop some burgers in the chats. I seen someone bring up earlier Dalton Schultz. He had that drop touchdown in the first half, but I thought he came back from that and played pretty well. He was, I think, the leading target for Dak Prescott. Let me see here. Yep, 8 targets, 6 receptions, 79 yards. So another just very, I don't want to say pedestrian game, but kind of workman-like game. Yep. He's doing what he's supposed to do. So I don't really have any.
And another game when you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different receivers for Dak Prescott. 7 different guys with at least
three different touchdowns from three different players.
But at least, who was that? Cedric Wilson only had one, and he threw a pass that should have been a touchdown. We're talking about now at least guys having 2 or more receptions against 7 different guys with at least 2 receptions or more in these football games. That just shows you how much Dak is spreading this thing around. Like it is like you get a reception, you get a reception, you get a reception, you get a reception. You don't get a reception because y'all lost. So everyone gets a reception except the guy in the Barkley jersey because they lost.
No, it's beautiful, man. He has total command and total control of this offense.
Yes.
And honestly, as a defense, as a defender, as a defensive coordinator, you cannot scheme to take away 1, 2, 3. You can't. First of all, it's impossible to take away 3 different things on one play. You just can't do that unless you get pressure. But you can kind of take away one or 2 things.
Yeah.
But Dak says, okay, I'll just smack you with Cedric Wilson. Oh, you want to take away CD? I'll just smack you with Coop. You want to take away Coop? I'll smack you with Schultz. You want to take away everything? I'll run.
Right.
You know, so this offense is truly. I mean, I don't know how. This would be the title of the. How do you want it? That's
How
the
do you
title.
want it? How do you want it?
That's the title, man. Hey, Nick, where's our guy Nick at?
Nick don't have no. I don't know what Nick is over there associated.
He trying to figure it out. That's cool. We were just checking. We were just checking to see if you had anything for us. Okay, we good right now. All right, let's get into the chat real quick. See if I can bring some things up. By the way, y'all, I'm kind of proud how we worked through this.
Yeah,
y'all have no clue.
No clue.
Look, we was what my man say in Kings of Comedy. We pulled the plug.
We were wrapping it up.
Wrap that up, B.
Wrap it up. That Titanic was sinking.
It was
fast.
Sinking. It was sinking. And then the game was going real weird. I said, I don't like this omen. I don't like this omen. But guess what, man? We pulled it through.
Just know our main computer crashed.
I'm actually gotta go. I gotta go to
our main computer crashed.
I gotta go to Geek Squad.
Yeah. What's up, girl? What's up?
Tell your friend it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, tell us it's gonna be all right.
She ain't even looking. She
ain't looking at all.
She mad. Yes, sir. What's going on, Cowboys? You got a question? You want a question? Right there. If you have a question, you gotta get to him right there. Buddy.
Talk to him.
Yes, sir. We got a question?
Hey, gentlemen, I'm from Kansas City.
Oh, shout out to Kansas City.
How do you think you're gonna do at Arrowhead?
Here we go.
When you're playing a real team.
And my Bill Belichick answer, we're only focused on the Patriots.
We're on to New England.
We're on to New England.
We're on
1
week at a time. I'll tell you this. I hope you don't think the Cowboys are going to come in there and it's going to be an easy battle.
First of all,
okay, I'm just making sure.
Kansas City can't stop a nosebleed right now on defense.
Because I think
what they gonna do about stopping us?
I'm just saying.
Kansas City can't stop a nosebleed right now. So what they gonna do to stop us? Because you know how when we come to town, Dallas offense, you know what it is? So take that back to Kansas City and smoke that like a brisket.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna be smoking on that Kansas City pack.
Hey,
hope you liking this.
We might be.
I don't know yet. Long way to go.
Because Kansas City might beat the brakes off us, but right now
I'm gonna remember that. Said 38-24 Chiefs. What you think they ain't gonna score 30 on the Chiefs?
They can't stop a nosebleed.
Jalen Hurts put up like 40 points on them boys. Yeah, that's the story.
We're on to New England.
On to New England. Bill, that's crazy you say that because we Bill Belichick.
That was the segue. I was trying to give it the Bill Belichick segue. We're on to New England. I mean, you would think I did this a time or two before.
I think you got a little experience.
I got a little experience
on there. Real quick before we go, kind of just want to tease that New England situation real quick. It's going to be in Foxborough. Mm-hmm. I think they did lose they definitely lost to Texans this week, correct? Or did they come back?
They beat the Texans by 2.
They came back.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. They
beat the Texans by 2.
I'll tell you this. I know this is sounding crazy, but I think Diggs is going to get Mac Jones. I think he is.
That's not a far-fetched situation.
Mac Jones. I personally think this defense is going to have a field day with him.
No. Jess. Let the losers stand in the back and shut out. Look.
I wish I could put the camera back here, man.
You can't talk. You lost. Losers don't get a chance to talk.
I got
you. You got to sit in the corner and you got to sit in silence and you gotta just be quiet. When you no. When you lose, you don't get a chance to speak. When you lose, you don't get a chance to speak. Okay. Not only did y'all lose, we beat the brakes off y'all. Whoop that trick. We beat the brakes off y'all. So you don't get a chance to talk. Not here, buddy. Not here, Eli. Not here, Eli. Not here, Eli. You don't get a chance to speak here when you lose. You lost. Go that way. Listen, go
Exit.
Go that way. Look, your flight to New York leaves in about an hour. See ya. See ya. Take this 40 burger with you.
Hey,
Listen, ask the flight attendant, can you
I
put
do
this
too, man.
30
I love
burger
this. I
in
need
your
to be back like
overhead
this.
luggage? Hold this 30 burger on the overhead luggage. Get out of here.
This was
Bugging.
Listen, if y'all think y'all was going to come
Come on,
here and
man.
it was going to be sweet
Bugging.
on the A to Z Sports
Bugging.
Live post-game
You
show,
bugging.
you got a whole
You
other
bugging.
thing coming,
You
folks.
bugging. You lost.
It's not
You
sweet.
lost. You lost. You lost. You lost. You lost. You lost. Now take that.
Not only did you lose,
Now take
we
that.
gave it to him like this.
You lost. What's up, homie? Yeah, what's good? Little losers lost. Bums. Booty juice bums. Y'all
He
lost.
said he want all the stuff. Yes, he
Get
does.
stepping. Get out of here. Y'all gonna
Yes,
talk
he
when you
does.
lose. Come on. Let's go.
I love my guy, bro.
Let's go.
I love my guy.
Bums. I told you they bums. I told you.
You did.
I told you they bums. You
did.
did. Look, that's what they want to do. Bums what bums do.
That's what they do. You choke them out. We got a
Yeah.
question.
Cowboy question. Thank
Hey
you.
guys, listen. So, how do we see our defense growing and getting stronger moving forward?
I like it. I think you got to stop the long plays, the big plays, right? And you got to stop the big plays. That's the main thing. We had Kadarius Toney go for buck 89, 200, and a lot of those were big plays. But honestly, I think they're playing very. It's not too much to complain about. It's really not too much to complain about. They're getting turnovers, they're getting stops, but you're going to go up against some better opponents, like Justin said earlier, where those mistakes are not. They're going to bite you in the butt. So just stop the big plays and maybe choke out these terrible quarterbacks. Like Daniel Jones is terrible.
Right. Booty juice.
Mike Glennon is, you know what I mean? Like choke those guys out. But right now, it's really hard to nitpick at the defense. Really hard.
No, they're playing good, and they're going to get some guys back soon. Like eventually, Neville Gallimore will be back. Eventually, Tank Lawrence will be back. So the depth, Donovan Wilson will be back.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get better. They're gonna get better by default.
They're going to get better by default, and I'm still interested, and I hope that he's taking in a lot of mental reps. And who I'm talking about is Kelvin Joseph.
Yeah,
I hope he has an opportunity to take in some mental reps and really just kind of focus on what's happening around him, so that when he gets back, that he falls into the mix, and now we can add another cornerback to the mix. And when you add 4 or 5 more stud guys, not backup guys, we're talking about starters they're going to add back into the mix. That's only going to help this defense out and help them progress much more.
Hey, you kind of just got me. Nah, I don't see it.
Nah.
I don't see it. They love their depth right now. The defensive line is showing depth. The secondary is showing depth, and we know there's depth at linebacker. Appreciate the question, man. Appreciate the question.
You got a boss.
You got me thinking about
Yeah, go Cowboys,
post-bye.
baby.
Yes, sir.
Go Cowboys.
You got me thinking about post-bye. I don't think I rush back anybody. Like next week, if you didn't play this week, we'll get you after the bye.
Right.
So I'll let Kelvin Joseph Hill all the way up, even though I heard
Lyell's
he's okay.
coming back too.
Lyell will come back after the bye week. Michael Gallup, get better. Donovan Wilson, get better.
Yep.
And load up, get healthy for this post-bye, because there's no break after that. You got to go all the way through week 17, and it's going to be a war of nutrition. But dog, they loving that energy, man. They loving it. But see, that's what they don't know. If you are new to the post game, definitely against the rival fans, you gotta understand. They try to come in, they think it's gonna be sweet, but they don't know.
Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Pray with me. I'm not.
Don't play
for
with
it.
me. Play with your mama.
Yeah,
That's what they say.
play with your daddy.
Play with your
not
mama.
me. We lit.
Paul said, "Yep, I'm getting early Super Bowl vibe." Listen, that's the expect. That's where we want to be.
We want to be there.
We're going to stay 1 week at a time, man. We're going to stay 1 week at a time. All right, look, I think we're good, man. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. The post-game show presented by Freeman Mazda. The Cowboys get this 44-20 dub. Sean says, Scott, do you think we'll continue to win streak in New England? I mean, you feeling pretty good.
We feeling pretty good.
We're feeling pretty good about what's happening
breeze out
right
here
now.
tonight.
You know what I mean? So I could give you my answer now, but I want you to tune in next Sunday on A to Z Sports, the Game Day Live pregame
Absolutely.
show, halftime show, postgame show. But just know, we feeling pretty good. When these come on, this is what, 4 weeks in a row now?
Yeah.
4 weeks in a row,
Yeah.
these things that
Yeah.
came on. So I'm feeling pretty good, guys.
Feeling great.
You know what I mean? With that said, man, go ahead and press that button. A to Z Sports, Jesse Holley, Skywalker Still.
I got the new shirt on and everything. I got the new shirt on and everything.
They thought they was gonna come in here and just,
Man, y'all got me confused,
all
baby.
smoke, man.
Yo,
Cowboys
I'm
get
from
the
Jersey,
victory.
baby. They don't even know. Let's go.
44-20. He from your place, your area, Giants. Get on up out of here,
I'm
man.
about it.
Hey, we love y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. Peace.